can't help about the shape I'm in. I can't sing, I ain't pretty, and my legs are thin. But don't ask me what I think of you. I might not give the answer that you want me to.
So white plays a peep. And so this is looking really nice for black because black has this huge moil. And it's really difficult to count that white territory in the lower left because it's not territory yet. But like if white added a stone to it.
Oh well.
Influencee is just a pretty picture painter. But there is a way to make the picture it paints meaningful, with only a little jiggery pokery behind the scenes. Ergobot can see obvious life and death. But there are plenty of situations, for example that are not obvious, and can't be worked out without reading. So there is an opportunity for Lazy to lend a helping hand.
私、大家の Lazy です。Lazy は何でも知っています。そうですか。よろしくお願いします。
However, whole board reading over the entire course of a game is not the answer, because the life and death status of a local situation can change dramatically, when for example, Lazy later decides it is strategically sensible to tenuki, and sacrifice something that could have lived, in Fury-Kawari exchanges, or co-fights going on somewhere else. So ideas about just running whole board Monte Carlo simulations are not going to work. But there is potential for them to be developed into something useful. For example, if Lazy, or one of the Sumago algorithms, could be let loose on a carefully circumscribed local area, it could contribute a lot to accurate judgment of local life and death. And here's where Influencee could play a role. Because although my revision of Brown's color map algorithm is able to circumscribe a color-controlled area, that area is too confined for proper local life and death analysis. But Influencee's shadow map based upon a color map might indeed be sufficient. This is what an Influencee picture, based only on stones, looks like. It's not an accurate picture of influence, because it doesn't take into account the strength of stones. So, Ergobot first puts pretend stones on color-controlled points, and then asks Influencee to draw her picture. The scope of the white influence in the bottom left now looks more reasonable. But we're not finished yet. This is just to scope out the area we want Lazy to look at. Lazy's local minigame will be much quicker than a regular whole board analysis of a single move, which Lizzie can already do faster than I can blink. Once Influencee has circumscribed the area, Ergobot wants Lazy to investigate. Ergobot fills up the entire rest of the board with minimally living groups, to try to stop Lazy from looking where Ergobot doesn't want her to look. But Lazy is very willful, and playing both sides, will occasionally want to fill in her own eyes. So Ergobot has to choose each move for her after Lazy has made her value judgments. Ergobot does this by simply selecting Lazy's best move within the area of Ergobot's focus, and then asking Lazy to find the best move for the other side, and so on. Ergobot will refuse to let Lazy remove the penultimate liberty of any of her own groups, and pass instead, to prevent Lazy from killing herself. Lazy is such a silly girl, she needs Ergobot to hold her hand. By the end of the minigame, Lazy will have captured all the dead stones. So, by comparing the end of that minigame board with the current position, Ergobot can see which stones in the local area of interest are going to die, and mark them accordingly. Next, Ergobot draws a new color map, as if those doomed stones were not there, which then becomes the basis for drawing a meaningful influence shadow map. Voila! You have something that makes good sense and is useful to the viewer.
Now when I talked to God, I knew he'd understand. He said, stick by me and I'll be your guiding hand. But don't ask me what I think of you. I might not give the answer that you want me to.
It would be about 30 points. It'd be slightly more than 30 points if White added the stone to it.
贈り物を持っているオタクに注意。